We have this community redevelopment agency and the city of Palmetto, and we just had join us the mayor of Palmetto.
Good morning. I'm Mayor Shirley Groover Bryant with the City of Palmetto, and I'd just like to invite everybody to come and see our Green Street in the City of Palmetto. It's on 5th Street in just off of 8th Avenue, and as you come and you visit it, you'll see the difference that it's made here, and hopefully the difference that we won't see, but we will all live with the results in future years.
Hi, I'm Charlie Ugardi. I'm the architect on this project, but there was actually a team behind me. There was civil engineering and a landscape architect also. The Keystick Studios from Tampa, and Applied Science is also from Tampa. The whole idea is basically mimicking nature and trying to get the water to percolate into the ground as quickly as possible. So what you're looking at here, asphalt, regular asphalt. This is pervious. You guys know about pervious, impervious. So we want to be pervious. We want water to soak through the pavement and then get into the ground as quickly as possible. We don't want to use pipes or retention ponds or anything like that. I just happen to have a bucket of water here to show you. So
Rainwater, correct?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, you know, regular asphalt, it flows all over the place. And this will eventually get into the stormwater system and get into the river. And this, as it runs off the asphalt, it's going to pick up pollutants and oil and other things. This is pervious concrete. This is a little different. This, when you pour water into it, it goes right through. You have to imagine that underneath this, there's a 4-inch layer of small gravel, and then a 12-inch layer of gravel that's about 2 to 3 inches. I mean, it's big. And it got big pores in it. And then below that is the sand. Now, eventually, this water might fill up. This might start to run off. Or the rain's coming so hard that it'll start to flow a little bit, and it'll flow into these landscape areas. And these are bioswales.
So these sidewalks are permeable? What does that mean?
This is permeable too. This brick is different from the concrete, but it's got the same principle. Little cracks in between the bricks. Water can flow through. We have a gravel to bond the brick together. There's little nibs that you can see right here on the bricks that give it the right space. And then underneath is the same gravel bed. We have several layers of gravel. So water that flows onto this will also percolate down and percolate into the parent soil eventually. You can see these pipes are all popping up over here. Those are all connected to each of these boxes. And when they build a building, the roof will be connected, the downspouts will be connected. So these pipes connect into that pipe that goes this way. And these are designed to take the downspouts from the roof and go into these boxes. So these boxes are designed to fill up with water if we get enough rain. And the water will flow out into each of those, what they call street infiltration boxes, those planters that you see out there. Work the same way as the bioswales, except they're on the street, so we call them a different name, street infiltration boxes, but it's basically the same thing. This is a good example. You can see this is depressed, and water from the street, if it does, this is also pervious brick, but if this does fill up, the water will flow into this area, and this will be part of the percolation of the stormwater into these areas. And then that's an outflow so it can keep flowing downhill. This is probably one of my favorite features is these gutters. And this is for getting water from over there down here. So the street this is the high point. The water's flowing that way and flowing that way. And it's also flowing this way and flowing that way. So any water that gets trapped into this system that's overflowing will go into this gutter and go into this system and eventually work its way out. But this is cast iron. It should be here for a few hundred years. Well, the last thing we had was this green gutter, and that's what you see across the street. And we thought all you had to do is saw the curb off, and water would drain into that area. And you could, if you planted the area right and did it with the right kind of plants, that would be another place for percolation to occur on existing streets without getting into a lot of expense.
Definitely the bioswales here have been a great influence and a great key factor in what is going on, where the water can just go to a central area and the pervious construction can allow for the water to stay away from the rivers, which would keep it healthier as it collects and then would go and be absorbed into the ground where the nutrients are collected by the plants that are out here, all of the other key biological factors.